is aircraft noise affecting our sleep, our learning, our health and our environment? What happens when pollution from planes lands in our lungs, our water and on our children's playgrounds? And why are whole communities expected to just put up with it in the interest of progress and profits? Whose progress and whose profits? These are the real impacts of Brisbane's broken flight path system. Aircraft noise pollution isn't just annoying, it's harmful. Constant overhead flights disrupt sleep, increase stress and anxiety, and are linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, and even stroke. Noise from planes over 226 suburbs across Greater Brisbane regularly exceeds the health thresholds recommended by the World Health Organisation. The health and social costs for Brisbane families and communities are estimated at $9,000 per person per year. This is not the sound of a modern city, it's the sound of a public health crisis. Children are especially vulnerable. Noise exposure can impair learning and memory. Researchers found children under flight paths performed worse in reading and comprehension. Hundreds of Brisbane schools are now directly under flight paths, including in suburbs where parents were never warned. It's not just the noise either. Leaded avgas fuel is still used by small aircraft operating at both Brisbane and Archerfield airports, polluting the air and water around homes and schools. There is no safe level of lead exposure for children. None. According to data from the Australian Petroleum Statistics, over 40 tonnes of lead from avgas were released into the environment in 2023, primarily around airports. Additionally, aircraft also release dangerous ultrafine particles and other pollutants, especially during takeoff and landing. These particles travel deep into lungs and bloodstream linked to respiratory illness, cancer and neurological damage. And those emissions don't just stay in the air. They land on soil, water, gardens and playgrounds. Meanwhile, the aviation industry greenwashing claims ignore the fact that emissions are growing, not shrinking. Wildlife habitats have been disrupted, bird nesting grounds are disturbed, formerly tranquil bushland areas from Samford to Brookfield and Redland Bay now echo with jet engines. And property values? They have dropped. Multiple studies show that aircraft noise reduces property values by between 10 to 18%. People are losing sleep, health, peace and property value, and yet they are still being told it's acceptable. This is not acceptable. No one gave informed consent for this level of noise and pollution. We did not agree for Brisbane to be turned into an aerotropolis. Communities were misled, and now we are expected to live with the consequences. BFPCA is fighting for a fairer, healthier, quieter future, because we all deserve to live in a city that puts people before planes.